Hey guys, I'm so excited to show you my Christmas tree that I put up all by myself last night. It was a little surprise for my husband and it went over really well. Anyway, today's daily dose is about the original wound. It is the core of all spiritual psychology, all work that I do, because it is the only thing that is holding us from being who we truly are, is the original wound. So I want to break it down a little bit because, you know, a lot of times we scratch the surface of this, but we never really get to the core of where it comes from and how to heal it and what that looks like. So the original wound is something every single human carries with them. It is that interpretation we have, misinterpretation we have, that God has abandoned us, that we are separate from source. And where in separation, what happens is we create this thing called ego. So in my work, what we do is we try to heal that misinterpretation back to your real connection that has never been gone with God, with source, with your true self. So the original wound happens. We interpret that God has left us, we're unsafe in this world, we're not protected. We're here, we're on earth. Then what happens is we project that onto our parents, because when we're little kids, our parents are little gods to us. So whatever they do is law. So when they make us feel like we're not loved for who we truly are, or they punish us in some way, or they abandon us in some way, or something happens that we interpret as not loving who we truly are, our true self, we can then relive that pattern. So then it becomes karma, because we behave certain ways, then we create that pattern, we continue it. We behave, we become addicted, we think we're unwanted. All of these forms of behavior that are not coming from love, and we think have happened to us, we then start doing to the world. We then start being that, and then the pattern continues because like attracts like. So we're attracting this original wound over and over again. You think you have the same kind of relationship all the time, that's your wound. You think you have the same situation come up all the time, that's your old wound. And to clear that wound, what we do is we clear the misinterpretation behind it. We clear the misinterpretation that first, knowing every action in the world is either an act of love or a call for love. So we know that everything is love. What we can start to do is expand our awareness of the universe, expand our awareness of how we think life works, and see that the universe is 100% always supporting our love and us becoming more of who we are, which is love, and forgiveness. And what I found to be true in my life is when I am finding myself consciously in that old pattern, which I call the original wound, when I find myself in that pattern that mimics, that's what happened to me when I was 15, that's what happened to me when I was 7, didn't happen to me, it happened for me, but that's how it feels. We get to heal the original time of our first conscious experience with it. And so what that looks like is you're sitting in the wound, and I did this video last week, but we're going to take it one step further. You're sitting in that wound, in that place of complete abandonment, fear, whatever it is, and what you do is you start forgiving it. You start loving, you start forgiving your misinterpretation, you start forgiving all the people you think are responsible for this. And what starts happening really quickly is that wound no longer has an effect on you, and you can then be your true self in every situation. And that wound no longer has an effect on you, so that wound isn't needed, it doesn't need to happen anymore. So the universe, you're not attracting that. It's not in you. You're not giving an effect. You're not causing an effect. So when we heal ourselves from the inside out and start having forgiveness and love for the things that hurt us most, we see that we take our power back and we start creating from inside out. And that's how the wheel of karma gets stopped. So that's your daily dose for today, healing the original wound. If you have any questions, go to my website or leave me a comment below. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.